Hi, my name is Tom Trento, the director of the WatchObsession.org campaign. And as many of you know, that campaign is designed to promote the movie Obsession, Radical Islam's War Against the West. And we've been doing that for several months now, getting it out all across the United States, tens of millions of copies. But as you may or may not know, the Clarion Group has just launched The Third Jihad, which is the follow-up movie to Obsession. Whereas Obsession highlights the macro view of the radical Islamist desire to have war against the West, The Third Jihad takes a micro view of the jihad that's going on in the United States as we speak this day, October 21st, Tuesday, 2008. It's a real, clear, and present danger, ladies and gentlemen. Purpose of this short video is to link to ads that we are running in certain Ohio and Florida newspapers that say Jihad in Ohio or respectively Jihad in Florida. We're coming straight out and simply saying what the federal agents and law enforcement have been identifying. And in those ads, we've listed articles that have been run in newspapers previously. When you start assembling the pieces of the puzzle, which was not done previous 9/11, which many people are trying to do now, you see an integrated movement of those Islamic or Islamist Muslims intent on destroying the West and the United States. In fact, a statement that is critically important to understand is that there are Muslims currently engaged in a grand jihad to sabotage American principles with the intent of bringing about Sharia law to initiate Islamic law. I'll state that again. And I'm not making this up. This is the declaration coming out of Muslim Brotherhood documents that have been discovered by the intelligence community. Here's the goal of those Islamists, those fundamentalist Muslims, and the goal is simply this: to engage in a grand jihad to sabotage American institutions with the intent on bringing about Islamic law through the practice of Sharia. These are maybe new terms to some of you, but that's why you're at this website, the WatchObsession.org website, linked to many others like RadicalIslam.com, Act for America, Center for Security Policy. If you start doing the necessary research to kind of identify these terms, and you start looking into what's going on, you will see what the intelligence community has revealed, that in the state of Ohio and in the state of Florida, there isn't indiscriminate terrorist activity that just seems to be happening. As we have learned from the intelligence community, the radical fundamentalist militant Islamists, they don't just throw a dart somewhere and wherever that dart lands on a map of the United States, they say, hey, let's go there and practice our deed. In order for the jihad to be infiltrated into the United States, there needs to be an infrastructure. The infrastructure includes a social network. Imagine someone who believes in the Al-Qaeda philosophy coming out of Pakistan or Iran or Saudi Arabia, this Wahhabist, dangerous mindset. They want to be around people that think alike, or at least where they can blend in. So the intelligence community has told us that there's a social network needs to be in place. Then there needs to be a financial network. And we're starting to see more and more of the small convenience stores being busted for selling illegal cigarettes and money going overseas to fund terrorism. So there needs to be a social network, a financial network, and a spiritual network. And that's typically the mosque. So when these three entities are united and form the infrastructure, we start to see the development of the jihadist mindset in certain areas. And we're finding that in Florida, and we're finding it in Ohio. Specifically, if you go to a very unique website called Mapping, M-A-P-P-I-N-G, Sharia, S-H-A-R-I.US, mappingsharia.us, you will see a 2-year project where teams of researchers doing social science work have gone into mosques and gathered material and information and analyzed this in such a way to see the level of Sharia Islamic law that's practiced there, and if the intent or the direction of that mosque includes materials that could be considered seditious to the Constitution and the principles of the United States. This group has been identifying and accumulating this information for 2 years, and their conclusions, and today, as I said, is October 21st, and you'll see this published in the near future. Their conclusions to date, after researching 200 mosques, and they're going to do all 2,000 or 1,500, however many in the U.S., their conclusion after researching 200 is that 75% of the mosques that they have researched practice a form of Islamism or fundamentalist Islam that includes a seditious element that's dangerous to the United States. And they're going to come public with this information, mappingsharia.us, and you will see more information about that. But our intent of this short video is to alert those in Ohio and those in Florida that there's a serious problems going on in both of those states, and that we need to understand, we need to make a distinction between those wonderful Muslims that want to live and pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and worship Allah as they see fit, and we as Jews and Christians should join together and work with them and dine with them and protect them against the Wahhabists, the Al-Qaeda mindset that wants to kill not only those Muslims ultimately, but Jews, Christians, and others. The purpose of this video, as I've said, is to start that educational process so that there is complete respect for the religion of Islam, but not for the Al-Qaeda Wahhabist mindset that wants to use elements within Islam to destroy the United States. I can disagree theologically as a Christian with my Jewish brothers and sisters, and I can disagree with my Muslim brothers and sisters theologically. When the desire is to take political Islam and use the Quran instead of the Constitution, then the problems occur and we need to educate. WatchObsession.org is designed to do that. So thank you for coming here. Please send this video link around to your friends. Let them get involved with WatchObsession.org and the other groups, United American Committee, these other groups that are doing a tremendous amount of work here. We're going to start working with some very friendly Muslims to try to find some middle ground upon which we can build and develop a relationship to turn against the Al-Qaeda type or fundamentalist type Islam. So sign up on WatchObsession.org. Send this around.